When I grew up, we lived on a gravel road that was about 1.5 miles long. And on that gravel road there was a wood bridge over a small creek just south by 1/2 mile of where our house was. And it was a common thing for my daddy to come home from work and cross that little old bridge about 5:30. And I was 10 years old, give or take. And I'd always meet him at the bridge down there, and I always rode a horse. I had an old horse named Dynamite that was pure crazy, but he was fast as lightning. And when my daddy would cross that bridge, I'd be sitting there on my old horse, and I would race him from that bridge to the house, 1/2 mile. And most of the time, almost beat him. Even with a new Oldsmobile, I could still almost beat him. The old horse could take off faster than he could accelerate after he got across that wood bridge, which he had to go across slow. It was made out of planks, and it was pretty rough. And about the time he'd get across, I'd take off, and he'd gun it too, and I'd be so far ahead of him before he could get up to speed, he wouldn't pass me until we get nearly the house. Well, my mother, you can imagine then, was only 32 or 3 years old, a young woman. And she was down there with me with the other kids one day, and Dad had not got home yet, and I asked her if she wanted to ride old Dynamite, and she said yeah. And so she got on him, and I held on to the reins because I didn't want him to run away and scare her. And we was doing real good there for a couple of minutes, and here comes Dad come across that bridge. The old horse was so used to that, he bolted and took the reins out of my hand. And my mama was still on it hollering, "Help, help!" And she was doing, the old horse had already got up full speed, about 40 miles an hour. And about that time she lost control and came off of it. She tore up 2 yards of gravel, piled it up in piles where she bounced up and down that gravel road. It didn't hurt her bad, but there were some cross words said about the horse.